Yo, 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 what's up, dialoguers? It's your boy, Minedialogue, back once again, sharing info for you to comprehend. And before you know it, you'll start to ascend. So we're here at 12:48 a.m., August 8th. Morning just started. So I wanted to touch base with you to just go through a pre-market analysis for what I am expecting for later this morning and later today in the market. So we got a nice move down today, and I think we're hitting some support areas where we'll start to bounce up. We're on the 5-minute time frame right now. When I did my assessment, I did it on the 1 hour just because the levels were coming out really clean in terms of what I was seeing on the charts. I liked how the 1 hour looked, and I was able to measure out what I needed to really get a relatively clear idea of what to expect. So I marked out a couple things for y'all, and we'll go over a few of those things. Let me see if I can change this color. Let's change it to purple. How does that look? Let's see. No, I need something that's a little bit more bright. Let's go with red. I don't like that either. Let's go blue. All right, so now we're currently on the 5-minute, but I created my levels on the 1 hour. And let's see here, when we look at the average daily range indicator, average daily range was plus daily true range. So it looks like today our daily true range was $7.87, but our average true range these days are about $5.94, or about $6. So what I like is the ranges are starting to open up, which means we're probably getting ready. I mean, we've been making some solid moves, so I'm not going to say we're getting ready to make a big move. Like, we haven't been making some nice moves. So the range is finally opening up. We're getting beyond that $2 and $3 tight range where, you're not really getting any real price action. So created the key areas, this green area here, and let me just identify it for you. So put a circle around here. Let me make it a different color so let's do, that's fine. So that red area there and this green area right here are the key areas that I got from my measurement. Discount level is, what's going on? Wrong thing. Discount level is right here up top, right under the end point of the measurement that I did, which is right up here under the upper ADR range, or average daily range. They give you two ranges, right? So the range spans from $638.77 to $639.19. We're talking about, what's that, 23 plus 19, about 42 cents of a upper range. And then lower ADR is like encased in here. So let me widen this up a little bit so you can be able to see it. Lower ADR is down here from 633.71 down to 633.29. So that's what I think, like 42 cents. Right. So that's where lower ADR is. We're actually in aftermarket. We're right around low. We're actually right at the first touch point of lower ADR. I checked at 12:20 a.m. on Robinhood, and we were at $633.71. So we're already at lower ADR, right? So just some things to take note of. Let's see what else. So these two black lines here is a ascending channel going up, and you can also see I framed out this head and shoulder pattern. Let's make this darker, make this thicker. So I framed out this head and shoulder pattern, and so I believe we're going to be going up. And so when we're doing our analysis, if we believe that price action is going to go up, we should expect a manipulation down first, right? Because they're not just going to give you the move willy-nilly, super obvious or super easy. They got to make you work for it. So this right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder. All right, let me make this thinner and a lot lighter. So the right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder, which lets me know we want to go up, and it's like a normal head and shoulder where you got the head at the top here, and then you got the shoulders on the side. All right, you got that's your left shoulder, and then technically they're still forming out the right shoulder. So what's going to be key is how we decide to open up at 4 a.m. for pre-market. But right now the right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder, which makes me believe we want to go up. Because if I was to strike a line at the highest candle over here, it's higher than the candle on the left side of the shoulder. So I'm going to take this off. Just wanted you to visualize that real quick. So that's the head and shoulder that I'm going to be paying attention to. I am watching this channel here very closely. We already manipulated a couple times, but we manipulated below it pretty hard right here. And if I kind of shrink the charts up, we should be able to see when let's see what happened here in context. So we came down, manipulated below the channel, right? So you got all this manipulation below the channel here. They popped inside of it, went up to the top of it. You got that insane looking candle that we've been referencing these last couple days. So they manipulated out of here hard, but I mean, the market wasn't open, so it was pure algorithmic institution type stuff. And then as market opened, we came down, right? Came to the bottom of it. So, you know, the ping pong effect. Manipulated outside of it in aftermarket. This was Tuesday night. Pop back inside of it, right? Manipulated outside of it again slightly. Now this is on the 5-minute. It may not look like a manipulation on the higher time frames. We'll probably just like see wicks on the higher time frames. Also, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit your boy up via email. Minedialogue.business@gmail.com. That's Minedialogue, MINEDIALOGUE.business@gmail.com. If you want to support via Cash App, it is MINEDIALOGUE. All right, so they manipulated outside of, then we went up here and manipulated up top. So, you know, I could have probably pulled I think I made this channel on I believe it was the hourly, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, but it was probably the hourly, I believe, or possibly even 4 hour. I don't remember exactly. But nonetheless, this is what we're watching. So what I'm going to be looking for, right, because we popped below the channel. We got this head and shoulder. I feel like I got this smaller channel right here that we've been popping inside and out of. So I'll be watching that. I'll probably get more clarity once the market opens in the morning. And so this right here is like another head and shoulder. I mean, like another head and shoulder, to be honest, right? Because if let's say we do this. If we do, where's my path tool at? Let's see, if we do like something like, let me see here, like this, for example. I'm gonna make it thicker and let's see. I can't even see exactly, but I'm gonna do it to like right here. Let's what am I doing? All right, let's make this darker. We'll thicken it. So this looks like another head and shoulder to me right here, where, let's see here, like this could be the head. This could be the head right here, and it looks like we're making the right shoulder. Now in this head and shoulder, it's low. This right shoulder is lower than the left. So I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. So we had the other head and shoulder that I showed you. That was like a bigger one. So that head and shoulder could possibly be done. So let me tell you what I'm looking at. So you even had a head and shoulder here. You can see how this connects, right? You see how all of this connects, where they're like competing head and shoulders with one another, right? Sometimes they show up wide, sometimes they might show up more triangular. Let's take off these manipulation circles so we can just focus on the key areas that I'm trying to emphasize for you. So we're gonna, the circles we're not using, we're gonna take them off so that we can focus on the ones that are of importance, at least based on what I'm trying to show you right now. So you have some competing head and shoulders, right? You have this head of this head and shoulder where you have the left shoulder here, and then the right shoulder's higher, so we go up, right? Then we start forming a bigger head and shoulder where you have all this as so the head basically like the head and the shoulders serve as like a left shoulder of this bigger head and shoulder, right? This bigger head and shoulder here. So in my eyes, this particular head and shoulder has not fully finished forming just yet. It looks like we can go some more, and even though we came down here, it's still higher here. This is a higher high, right? This is a high, but this is a higher high. I'm sorry, this is a low, but this is a higher low, right? And then this is a high, but over here, or even up here, it's a higher high. So it looks like this head and shoulders trying to finish forming, and I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, we do something like this. Where's the path tool? There we go. So this is like a supply area right here. This is one of those key areas I created. So I wouldn't be surprised if we sell down, right? And come into the other key area right here, right? For another manipulation below. And then we do something like this, or we'll pop out of this smaller channel, use the supply area as like a inverse support, and do something like this. I wouldn't be surprised if we did something like that, right? But again, we got to see how pre-market opens to give us some context. This is the 50% area of this range, this red line right here. So I can see us manipulating below it, and coming down probably to the, I think when I looked at the levels, this was the 62%. So let's see real quick. We'll take the Fibonacci Retracement tool, start it from the beginning of the measurement up to the end of the measurement, and look what we have here. The 62%, which is the last level that's supposed to hold us up, shows up right here. Let me make this a different color. Let's make this black, stick in this. So this, that thick black horizontal line on top of that green key area, that's the 62%, or the last level that should truly hold us up to go back up. Now, I believe that's what we want to do. The right shoulder is currently higher than this left shoulder. I can see us manipulating outside of this bigger channel created by these ascending parallel black lines, coming down, getting support inside of this key green area off of the context of the last level to hold us up on the fib, and also getting support off of this head. Because that's what you're going to see. We either reject at the head portions, or we get support at the head portions, depending on where the head and shoulder is. And so, I wouldn't be surprised. We could do something like this, right? And get reject off of this head to come back down, possibly, depending on what they want to do. Or they can breach it. It really all depends on what they may feel like doing. But that's what I'm expecting tomorrow. I'm expecting a move to continue up. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Let me see. Let me see if I see an old SPY chart that I was looking at. So many SPY charts, so many lines and busyness. I'm sorry, y'all. No, this is not the one. Bitcoin finally starting to turn around and come down. It went pretty close to my stop, but they did not breach that. the beginning of that bearish volume, fair value gap. So let's see what happens with that. Let's see. I think this is this the one? This is the 5 minute. Let's go on the hour. This is the hour. No, this is not the one. This is not. I'm trying to find the SPY chart. From today, and I cannot find it. Oh, I think this is it. Is this it? Let's go on the hourly. Yes, this is it. This is it. Let me take some of this stuff off. How much time we got? About 10 minutes. All right, let's see. Let me take some of this off, y'all. So, just take some of this extra stuff off. All right, just unnecessary stuff off. So, I'm watching this bigger channel here. This ascending channel. Don't pay attention too much to that noise. Just focus, hyper focusing on these orange parallel lines. That's what I'm focusing on because that's the bigger 4-hour channel that we had detected. And so in the grand scheme of things, like we have a head right here. We made like this head and shoulder. We got support off of it. Even though the right shoulder was lower, we're inside of this channel. So the channel, I believe, holds more weight. And so you have this inverse head and shoulder where we'll get support down here and still pop up even if the left shoulder is higher, right? So currently, this is where we are in the context of everything. Now, if you remember this morning, this, let's change this black to a different color. Let's do green. So this green line was our last resort trend line, where basically this morning, I mean, it looked different on the lower time frame, but this morning, I believe we broke below this blue line right here. Yeah, because the circle's right here. That's exactly what happened. We broke below this horizontal blue line, and they manipulated back up first before dumping, right? So that's what I'm watching for. So we're currently, what's interesting is this key current price from 2:45 a.m. The other, or last night, or the night before actually at this point, this was a key level. And what's interesting is right now, let me take this off, we have a key price that I found at about 12:20 a.m. that is in the same area essentially. It's not even I don't even think it's a full dollar off. Where is it? Yeah, 634.28, 633.71. So yeah, what's that? 29.28. That's like 57 cents off. So it's still around that same area. So what I'll be watching for tomorrow, and obviously I'm gonna be looking on the lower time frame, but what I'm gonna be watching for tomorrow is once we break above this green trend line, because you can see here, this is a channel in itself. Like we could do a channel like this right here, Yeah. We could do something like that. All right. That's a channel in itself. So this is at a perfect spot or a key spot because it's going closer. Because right now, currently, we're above the trend line right now, but it could be a manipulation into the supply zone area to send us back down inside of this channel. If we get sent back down inside of this channel, we can get held up by this bigger black channel that's like not competing but descending when compared to the bigger 4-hour channel created by the orange lines. So we can get sent down but get support off the top of this channel. So where this bottom green channel meets the top black channel, like right here where I have the circle at, let's see if I can move it over some. Right there. It's a little too big. I'm gonna be watching that area because if we break this area, right, there's a strong possibility we're gonna come down more, especially if we break this demand zone green area here. If we break this black channel, I could see us coming down to like the measurements start down here at 628, and that aligns with the key levels that I have over here on this chart down here at 627. I mean, 627, but it's all the same area. So that's why I like having different charts, because I get to see different things based on different days of analysis, but they all align in some type of way, right? So I'm going to be watching that. If we break above this, I'm going to be looking to take a play to address these highs up here at 637, which again is consistent with if we come back up, if we stay above this channel, get support off of this discount level, I think we're heading for that 637 minimum, probably more realistically the 638, closer to the top of this channel. If we come on ADR right now, look where it is. ADR ranges between 638 and 639, perfectly in alignment with the top of this channel here. So both of them are looking similar. I have a little bit more traps here, right, or parameters to help me figure out what it is that I want to do. So we already tapped the measurement start here twice. We already breached below it, manipulated below it, got held up by the bottom of this channel, popped up, kind of made this head here. This right side needs to be created, so it's probably going to go higher because we're currently higher than this left side. So I'm going to be watching. If we pop above this green, I'm going to take you going up here to attack these highs. But if we manipulate back down inside, I'll be watching this black area, or the top of this black channel, or this trend line up top, black one, to see if this holds us up. If it doesn't, I'll be looking to take a play down to the 628 area here. Right? So that's it, folks. Not a bunch tonight. That's what I'm going to be focusing on. And so we'll see what happens. We'll check it out. I feel pretty good about what we're seeing. We have our channel set up, level set up, parameters set up. So I'm interested in seeing how the market opens up. Please stay tuned in. If you have learned anything from the video or have questions, please comment in the comment section. Remember to like, share, subscribe as well. Support the channel so you can continue getting these gems. I am going to be, it's very interesting, right? Because I kind of went backwards where I gave out all of these different analysis pieces before giving you kind of like the basics of options trading. I want to be putting together that presentation or video, probably between a series of videos to show you the basics of options trading, what options trading means. I'm gonna try to gather some receipts to show you some of the crazy wins I've gotten back in the day and why I'm sticking in this trading thing and why I believe in this so much. It's definitely a life changer. It did well for me. I enjoyed life because of trading, and was able to benefit from it tremendously. So I'm just like at a different stage now and have to relearn the game. There's not as much quantitative easing or liquidity that they're putting into the market. So you got to be smart these days. But nonetheless, support money sign Minedialogue. Email is minedialogue.business@gmail.com. I appreciate y'all. Have a great morning and rest of the day on purpose. Love.